Zach, you are on a roll. Like, wow. How did it feel to see the new Army of the Dead trailer, which I loved, trending #1 on YouTube for over 24 hours?
Pretty great. Pretty great. Very excited. I'm excited for everyone to see it. I had such a good time making it. Literally the best time I've had making a movie. And
really? It shows, yeah. I think.
Really the best time I had making a movie. It was the crew. It was a really small crew. I mean, even though it's a giant movie, I did it with just like the most intimate group, and we really everyone did an amazing job. My guys all did an amazing job, and it's just fun. It was really fun to do.
It's such a great trailer. Everyone loves the zombie tiger.
Oh yeah, the zombie tiger.
Like,
Valentine.
wow.
Valentine. Well, I guess we knew in a way. We knew Valentine was going to be a star.
Oh, that's the name of the tiger?
Yeah, the tiger.
Oh, I love it. Well, so what was it like? What was it like to be in the room when someone said, "Let's do a zombie tiger"?
Yeah, it was me. So let me think.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I think we had a zombie tiger in there for a long time. I mean, I think it was one of those early ideas where I was like, okay, because we knew we wanted to do zombie animals. And so I thought, for sure, it just makes sense that if you're going to go to Vegas, you're going to
yeah. Well, it's so great. It's just another one of these great ideas that you're like, of course, but like nobody saw coming, which was so cool about the movie. Now, also Garrett's response is so fantastic in the trailer. Was that improvised or was that a line in the script?
No, that's in the script. Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
So speaking of ideas, how do you come up with the idea of zombies that aren't just smart? Because some people are like, I've seen smart zombies before, but your zombies are organized.
Well, we had this idea. I mean, always in this concept, there was this idea that we would evolve the zombies or we would make them. There would be a hierarchy. There'd be some sort of, and you'll learn in the movie the why of it, because it's very specific about why certain zombies are shamblers and certain zombies are alphas. It's very particular. But the alphas are very, I always think of them sort of like as wolves or some kind of like pack animals that can, they work as a team. They have Zeus as their, is their main guy, and the zombie queen, of course, are kind of like, they have this kind of primitive way of communicating. I'm not even sure how it works, but it's very much, from the animal kingdom. They're one with nature, if you will. So
they're almost also your Jane and Tarzan.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's so cool. Well, I think
or Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Oh, this works too. I love it. Works on multiple levels, Zach. That's perfect.
Does.
Well, your zombie, Zeus and his queen, instant hits. We all picked up on it. We were like, who's that? And we all did our detective work, and we can see that they're stunt performers.
Yeah.
And also one of the members on your human team is a stunt performer. Mm-hmm. And so what made you, and then you've worked with some of these stunt performers before. What made you decide to cast them as straight up actors in your film?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, Rich is an amazing actor, and he has acted in my films before. By the way, Rich has been in every live action movie I've done.
Wow.
Rich had a role in it, yeah. And it just seemed like we would this was a great opportunity for him, because by the way, it is a big acting part. Zeus has a huge arc, and he has a bunch of stuff going on. It's not just, he's literally got a complete character that is, he goes on a whole journey. So a really important character in the movie, as well as Athena, the queen.
Yes.
She, by the way, I didn't know her before, and she came here to my office and we talked, and she did a small audition, and she's a really incredible athlete.
You can tell just from the trailer.
And she can move, and she can be scary, and she does an amazing job. Like, it's one of those things where she's just all in, and it's just awesome.
Well, also, Rich, right, was the Ben Affleck stunt performer.
Yep.
Is he the one who did the warehouse sequence?
Oh yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. So that's great that he
pretty much
physicality there was
except for
incredible.
a couple times when it's Spider, it's pretty much all it's all Rich.
Wow, that's so cool. That's amazing. You show so much cool
By
stuff.
the way, Spider is also the other who is Henry's stunt double, and also often doing like some kicks or like crazy jumps, because Spider is an incredible athlete as well. He's the guy you see leaping in the air, and he's like he's like the zombie general. He's the zombie that's with Athena or with the zombie queen the first time we meet them.
Oh, wow. So those are your 3-head zombies.
Those are the 3-head zombies. For
sure. Oh, wow. I can't wait to see more of them. And you showed a lot of cool stuff in the trailer, right? Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of cool stuff coming though still.
Oh God, yes.
And you said no more trailers. I was asking you before we started filming.
Yeah, there's no more trailers. There's going to be some TV ads, and you're going to see some more material, but not much more. But maybe a couple teeny little bites at the apple. But yeah, because I feel like it's time. Let's just get it on.
It's around the corner.
There. Yeah, we're nearly there.
I can't wait. It was such a good trailer. I just couldn't. It was like, and the Kenny Rogers. You're really good at the songs.
So fun.
Now, speaking of big events, you have a big event this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Justice Con returns.
Yes, Justice Con.
So last year, you became the first major director to have an online fan event focusing just on their work. And it was a really big deal. What made you decide to go all in again?
Well, the Nerd Queens, the girls who are amazing and couldn't be, I basically just put my trust in them, and they have, they're incredibly well organized. They're smart. They know the material better than I do. They've organized this amazing thing, and I couldn't be happier with the events, the way they put it together. And it's really fans for fans, and it's not, it's kind of outside the machine of the studios and marketing. It's just like its own thing, by fans for fans. And I think it's a real honest love fest with the material and with those other incredible talents that made the films or made it with me. And we just showcase everybody, and people get to talk about how they made it, whether it be Justice League or Army.
Well, yeah, it's a 2-day event. It's 3 days. So
it's
Friday.
It's a 3-day event. I think the first day is workshops, and you can check that out. We'll put a link in.
Yeah, I'll put a link down below, and I'll put the full lineup.
Okay, great. And then Saturday is all Justice League all the time, and we'll just do a Justice League conversations. Designers, artists, actors. We're just Justice League. Now that in the sort of aftermath of the movie, we can really talk about,
spoilers.
Yeah, we can spoilers. We can do deep dives, whatever. We're ready. And then Sunday will be Army, all day Army. And we have like pretty much the full cast. Dave.
I thought that was wonderful. I thought it was so great. How did it feel to have so many of your Army actors show up for Justice?
It's just amazing. It's these guys. We went out into the deserts of New Mexico and to film this little zombie flick, and they've been nothing but amazing. And they've answered the call every time, and I just love them. Yeah,
almost. Dave's going to be there. Tig. That's going to be very cool. And then also you have big names for Justice League too. Ray Fisher and Ray Porter are back. Yeah. But then also Joe Manganiello and Harry Lennix, aka Martian Manhunter, which we can say now.
Yeah, we can indeed.
They're also joining. So what made them want to join the fun this time?
I just think that the guys, look, the material's fun, and I think that those guys really. There's like a big, onion to be peeled open in regard to all of them. And it's really fun. And I am a huge advocate and supporter and grateful, frankly, to those actors who have done such a great job and also been so supportive of the movie and of me. And I couldn't think of more.
That's fantastic. Also, how did it feel to have your Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, just so incredibly well received. And we're not just talking about fans. I'd say, a lot of critics and members of the press loved it, who in the past were, for lack of a better, like, let's say difficult. They were difficult, and they just did a total 180 on it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it has been, as much as you can imagine, a labor of love for us, and a real, just cathartic. And I've said it before, but I think that now, in the sort of afterglow, and just, I can't tell you how many people from even just the entertainment industry who have called me and just been so, just so kind, and said such great stuff. I've been overwhelmed, and I couldn't ask for a better reception and a better just sort of result. And it's just been great.
That's fantastic. Well, speaking of results, fans set a record for Hollywood Twitter trends with hashtag #RestoreTheSnyderVerse, topping Avengers Endgame, and then also for you, release the Snyder Cut. This was an even bigger trend. And so, some people in Hollywood, there's been a debate now about some people not being so happy with fans being so proactive. But what do you think are the positives of proactive fans that maybe some people in Hollywood aren't realizing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know like what the negative of proactive fans is. I guess if you were on the other side of the proactiveness, you might not be into it. But for me, and as far as I'm concerned, the fans are the ones, or a lot of them are the ones that buy the tickets and support the film, and through their tweeting and conversations online and vlogging and YouTube videos and every single thing they do, create awareness about these IPs and about these products and about these movies, and really are their own sort of priceless marketing aspect of the film. And really, I used to say, and I believe this to some extent, but I think it's changed a little bit. Like, there was a time when a lot of the sort of genre press around Comic-Con and sort of the comic book genre, they kind of were the gatekeepers, the Ain't It Cool Newses of this world.
Yes.
Used to kind of be the gatekeepers of what is perceived as genre success, and or to be blessed, to have the project be blessed by these guys was always like this important thing that you had to have happen. Where I think now it's shifted to, it's really the fan community, because the voices are just as loud and as enthusiastic, and like what these fans are able to accomplish. I mean, I've said it before, and I'm never going to stop beating the drum of what these fans were able to accomplish just for suicide prevention and mental health awareness, and the amount of money they've raised and continue to raise every day. And these people are saving lives, and this money is saving lives, and that's just a fact. And so, it's hard for me to understand what the downside of that could be. It's
no, I agree. It's just,
frankly,
as you said, on multiple fronts. And I think the gatekeeper thing is good, because there should be no singular voice as to what fandom wants.
Yeah. And look, for me, it's been a blessing, because they've been supportive of me as an artist, and they have been supportive of me in the way I see, and that they don't want, we've often talked about this concept that, like, you want your movie made by a committee in a boardroom where all the edges are knocked off it, and it's like a nice smooth like thing that doesn't
little pill.
Yeah, it doesn't offend, and it doesn't, but it also doesn't really inspire. And I think that's, and I feel like, with the guys I've talked to, it's all about like, push it, do it.
Yeah.
Like, take us to the edge. We want to go. And
I think that's what fans respond to.
Yeah.
Which is why your work is, I think, touched a nerve with so many people.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they've said, like, I think their the consensus from them so far is that, look, like we trust that you are going to bring us home, so take us to the ragged edge, because we want to.
Oh, I love that. That's true.
We want to surf it, as opposed to just being safe all the time and making it funny and safe and kind of like,
never going anywhere.
Like in the sense that, like, it's never going to they're not going to try and challenge you because they're afraid, frankly, that if they challenge you and you like get up and walk out of the theater or whatever you're going to do, they don't know, that's a bad thing. Where I think that the audiences really want to experience something. They want to walk out of the theater and go like, holy shit, like,
yeah,
can't believe that, like that's what I believe in the end, that's what they really want. That's what I want as a fan.
Well, I love your comment about trusting the artists to bring the story home, because I think one of the, you really do go to the edge, but one of your best qualities as a filmmaker that even, Jared Leto touched upon is that you're so controlled as a filmmaker. You have a plan, you plan it out. And one of the plans that you mentioned to me that you had a big plan for one of the tiniest characters in your movie, and that's Ryan Choi, AKA the Atom.
Oh yeah.
Because I love this.
No, it's a great example. Like, I mean, I had always had this idea that we would make a movie, a Ryan Choi movie, an Atom movie in China with the, Chinese, English and Chinese language, like kind of have, I think that, frankly, I think Netflix is really good at this. They've been, we've just done it with the Army of the Dead prequel, Army of Thieves, where it's English, French, and German language movie. And it's just
that's
really
fantastic.
It's this super international film. It's like a heist movie. It's like a romance, and it's like this really beautiful little movie that Matthias made. But it feels international. And I think that was kind of what I had in mind for Ryan, was that like we would make a movie set in China, really get the Chinese fans and be inclusive and make it about a Chinese character, and not that this Chinese character is in the movie, but we're in his movie.
That's like fantastic.
That's how I want it.
Well, that's interesting. I think I also find that fascinating, not only just because it's a good idea, but because you thought of this in 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And it's all the rage today, but you were ahead of the curve with this idea.
Yeah, I think now the movie we would have seen it already. So
yeah. I mean, it was because everyone loved Ryan Choi in the movie.
He's so great. He's so charming and just amazing. And by the way, he was a joy to work with. So.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Yeah. He was great. So this weekend, Justice Con, you'll be appearing Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. 2 days.
Okay, so on your panel, I have it written down here. It's Saturday at 7 p.m. You'll be talking all things Justice League.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, these are Eastern Standard Time. And at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, you'll be talking all things Army of the Dead.
Yes.
But it's a big full thing all weekend, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. And tune in, because you're going to learn a lot about Justice League that you never knew. And you're going to learn about, well, as much as possible about Army of the Dead without ruining it, because we're going to be really careful. But I think you're going to learn, this amazing, you're going to really get have a little fun with this amazing cast, because I really want everyone to kind of get a little time with them, because they're just so fun.